Yeah, I cut down on one of the collars today. Usually I got a little vest in here, so I got like 3 collars on this.
Yeah.
Just looking.
Some of the Trips collars.
Right. That's how I roll.
And we're live.
Sweet.
Mad neck flaps.
Mad neck flaps.
Oh, this show.
Yep. That's what we're here for.
I did get to use bukkake in a sentence today. It was pretty cool.
Oh, Jesus. Like, it's in reference to the noodle dish, or...
Yeah,
Please.
the noodle dish.
Yes. Knobs the Far Eastern gourmand. Now I know what you guys are thinking. It's really great. Jesus Christ. Too tired for this. Oh, you guys want to go to the ramen shop? Get a little, I mean, I'm not even going to say it. I mean, we're in mixed company. It's delicious. Just try it.
I've been working since 7 this morning.
I just hear it
spot.
slimy. That's it.
Oh, God.
Doesn't play well in American culture.
Already pumping the brakes on this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Oh, I'm fucking beat. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Literally, I was out of the house from 6:15 to 8 something.
Nice. It's always good. All right.
Careful. The juice is loose over there. Oh. Alright, wow, we actually have people watching. Crazy.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Crazy. Alright, are you gents ready to start this thing?
Yeah, there's no show notes. So
no, it's just emails and tweets.
Yep. Yeah, let's do this thing.
It's what?
Emails and tweets.
I'm kidding.
Tweets.
Can you hear the fan now?
No?
No, I don't think I hear it.
Yeah, after I like cleaned the shit out of, not literally shit out of, but the I cleaned the clutter out of my OS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog's pooping there.
All up in it. It's running significantly cooler now.
Huh. I wonder if that's the problems you were having.
That's distinctly, that could definitely be it.
Yeah.
Because it's even... Yeah, it's not lava pouring out of the top of the case.
Crazy.
It's not like little...
The other Jay-Z in chat says, hashtag TVGP fans. Hey-o! Oh, good times. Alright, you guys ready?
Wonder if anyone's going to watch this live stream. It got pretty raunchy.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to put this stuff on Tumblr, so...
Oh boy.
Two more people will watch it.
And then 30 more will complain that we're not female friendly.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think we're very nice to the fairer race.
I think we're very nice to everybody.
Fairer race. I don't know if you realize this now, but that came off super racist. Quit nipping at me, you butthead.
Now you're just
Not
being
really.
dog racist.
I like...
Ow!
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, he got me. Come here. We're gonna say hi to the internet. Say hi, internet. This is Cooper.
Hi, cute dog.
Yeah.
Look at your cute dog and my lazy shits. Look at him.
Leave us alone. We're tired.
Did you see his little freak out there?
Crazy eyes.
Yep.
My two cats are not allowed in this room because the older one just will sit there and stare at you.
Oh, really?
Oh, it does one of those?
Yeah.
It does. Look, Boomer's doing it right now. He's doing...
Hey, guys.
What's going on? You see him under my pit? Look at him.
Hey.
Hey!
None of that.
Now in harmony. Hey.
Might have to
It'd be
go
funny if
to
we could
chew
sound
on.
oh, what's the oldest Belcher kid?
Oh, Gene?
Gene? No, not Gene.
Tina?
Tina. Hey.
Hey. That episode where he tries to teach her how to drive, and she runs into the only car in the parking lot.
It's like, look, you got a lot of time to move. No, Tina,
Just
Tina,
turn.
just turn. Which way, any direction.
That's probably one of my two favorite scenes. The other one is the very end of the very last episode of the first season, where they're asking, Mr. Fishoder is asking Gene what the name of their restaurant is, and Bob is just in the back. Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burger. It's my name. You work there.
That show. I've only seen a couple episodes.
It's on Netflix. It's really good.
It's fantastic.
It's one of those shows where I can recommend that, like, from the first episode, it's legitimately good.
Yeah, I did love the homage they did in was it the most recent season of Archer, where they just had Archer working in a burger restaurant?
Oh, that was
so good.
That was phenomenal.
They open up, there he is at Bob's Burgers.
Yeah,
It, like, because there's so many of the voices cross over.
Yeah.
Because the little one, Elise or whatever her name is, Lucille.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's she does the Tunt's brother is Gene.
Yeah.
And it's dating like Lucille.
Yeah. That's so weird.
Nice.
All right, you gents ready?
Yeah, let's do this thing.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast, a very special after-school episode. I'm your host, Boston. Going around the room, we got Knobs.
What's up?
And we got the Hannah.
Hey.
So I realized on Monday... Hi. I realized on Monday that I am going out of town this weekend.
Hey!
And I'm out of town for the next week. So we should probably record an episode so we don't miss a week. Because we haven't yet.
We have not.
Ooh, we're still so good.
That is ridiculous.
Yes. I don't know how it happened.
Hey, why don't you put that on a plaque and put it on your next job?
Yes. I am the most consistent podcaster in the world, probably. I don't know. If I say it, it's true.
Yeah,
but we get bad marks for not being daily. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Crazy. Now I'm getting crap from the chat that I Game Club posted. It's so hot in here. All right, so what we're going to do this episode is we're going to have an oft seen, a rarely seen, not oft seen. I'm tired. Mailbag episode. Yay!
Yay!
Okay.
Sweet.
Super excited.
Mailbag.
All right, let's start off with tweets.
Tweets?
Blue Shoes writes in and says, if you can change your Destiny Ghost's voice to anyone you want, who would you choose? And he steals mine by saying, Dr. Orpheus.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I would also say the Monarch.
That wizard came from the moon!
Oh, God.
No.
Dr. Orpheus. No. Yeah, Dr. Orpheus clearly wins that fight.
Either Space Ghost or Zorak.
That'd be good, too.
I would almost say Helper, too.
Helper. Helper. I would say, as I love the Tick voiceover just being super dumb.
Yeah.
But
actually, Patrick Warburton would be my choice, actually.
Warburton would be good.
You got a thing here.
I got a good one.
Poison for Cusco.
Keith David.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would...
David Hayter.
I was just going to say David Hayter, just to hear him say, like, the wizard came from the moon.
Metal Wizard?
I don't... Like
There's so many good choices.
The announcer from Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Oh,
okay.
Dude, the announcer from Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
It's just some boom echo effects. But I'm really enjoying Peter Dinklage. I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, I feel like we're the only ones that's like, oh yeah, Peter Dinklage is doing a great job.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think that's one game where I would buy a voice pack for.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't see why they couldn't do that, though, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
GLaDOS would have been cool, but that'd have been too...
Yeah, it's too easy.
Preferential.
Yeah, but I feel like that might be an opportunity for them to kind of poke fun at their own game. Where it's like, oh great, look who's here, the Fallen again.
Yeah. Well, and there's also an opportunity to put Wheatley in there,
Oh,
and just because it's pretty much the same thing.
Oh,
I would
just-
now. That's my new winner is Wheatley. Wheatley and
yeah,
Dr.
Wheatley.
Orpheus.
Just have him be dumb.
Dr. Orpheus has just been great.
Yeah.
It really would be.
Or just Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
Delivering it very naturally, like that wizard came from the moon.
Yeah, just very much like he delivers stuff on QI.
Yeah, it's just very, very matter of fact.
Yeah.
The other Jizzy in chat says Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, for
That would
talking
be-
voice packs.
That would be pretty great.
No, I'd like Little John just yelling, "Yeah!" the whole time.
Every headshot.
Yeah!
I am sure there is a Counter-Strike or UT server out there somewhere that does that.
Guaranteed.
And if there isn't, get on it.
Or a multi-kill, so put your hood up.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Well, so, yeah. I guess Dr. Orpheus, make that happen.
Yes. Dr. Orpheus voice pack for
so.
Destiny.
Oh, that'd be even better, Jean-Luc Picard.
That would be a good one,
Yeah.
too. Or Shatner just being all Shatnerly.
Just him being normal.
Just him doing spoken word, though, not nonsensical spoken word stuff.
Like that one album of his.
Yeah.
He worked on with Ben Folds.
That was great.
I think it's super weird. And then he just
I
throws
have that on CD around here somewhere.
And then for one mission, he just sings Rocket Man.
Oh, if Twitch could live stream that, I totally would do that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know, now I want Shatner, because all I want to do is hear him talk about the Rasputin AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rasputin.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was.
my God.
Rasputin.
That's our whole episode, by the way, guys. That's just, we're
That
going to
is
end
it.
it on a high note.
We only had the one tweet.
No.
Now, how do we get
Yeah.
in so strong?
I'll see you guys later.
Maybe that's the trick. We need to get in after work.
Yeah. Yeah, we're surly, we're hungry, half drunk.
I got a
good
puppy
time.
biting me. It's great.
Yeah.
Full of barbecue.
All the high notes.
Yep.
Adderblack39 writes in, "Hi guys, do you think we as gamers are harder to please than ever before? The negativity surrounding the biggest games of 2014 baffle me."
Yes.
I actually don't think so. So I was thinking about this on the ride home, and I was trying to think, God, what would this have been? What would Twitter and Tumblr and Reddit and NeoGAF have been in the 90s? And that was EGM's letter section.
Oh, God.
So
It was
literally like,
scathing.
That's not
they
funny.
only ran one letter, and then they told them to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if we're worse. I just think we're more vocal.
Yeah. Well, we have more means to be vocal than we ever had before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's writing a letter to a boomer, knock it off. Like writing a letter took a little bit more effort because you didn't want to come off sounding like dumb.
Yeah, because it's
Like,
gonna
if that-
make
if
it in
that-
the magazine if you're
if
if
that-
you are.
Yeah, if that made it, and then everyone read it, and you're like, oh,
Oh man, they know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm so dumb.
You can't put
You
a
can't-
username on a letter.
Yeah.
you can't get away from John from Cleveland. Come on,
Yeah. Are you still salty about that?
a little bit,
Apparently.
a little bit.
I wish I remembered which Giant Bomb episode that was.
Oh,
Oh man. I don't know. I think, I try not to read that stuff anymore because like I was drinking the delicious upset tears of people on NeoGAF the other day because someone had started a thread about the first person who hit level 30.
Yeah.
And if you look on Bungie.net or if you look on the app, you look at your gear, it kind of looks bad because it doesn't have any of the textures or anything on it. And if you look at it in game, it looks good. I mean, that's a good looking game. But so many people are so salty about that game that they're even like, oh, look at the high level gear. Ooh, oh, it looks so good. Oh, Destiny. And I was just like, don't you have anything better to do on your day than talk about how a game's gear looks that you don't even want to play? That'd be like me crap talking Halo and being like, oh, look, oh, Griffball's back, right, guys?
Hey, Griffball is awesome.
oh, look at the helmet. Oh, look at
Yeah.
the visors.
My name's John again. 187, right, guys? You know, like, I just don't.
Ooh, shoulder lights.
Yeah, so, like, I don't.
Great, that's gonna be a gift.
Yeah, great, thanks. Thanks, Internet. I think I think I'm too old for it. Like, I'm 33. I got a job that I work a lot at. I think I'm too old for this. Like, this is a young man's game. If you're 15 to 18 and you're finding your second game after Minecraft, maybe you hate Destiny.
Maybe you like Legos.
And maybe that's just the circle of life.
Well, because I'm just a regular Joe with a regular job. I can't go any further because I'll probably get a copyright infringement.
Probably Twitch.
Thanks, Dennis Leary.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Knobs is right. Is we have more places to be a jerk, and the internet, you know, it's the John Gabriel's internet
Creator internet, yeah.
thing. Just
well, I mean, it's not like we're not taking advantage of it.
Sure.
This is not anonymous, though.
Well, no, I mean, actually, I go back because I still go to Edge to read their forum, or not their forum, their comment threads on their articles.
Drink the tears.
It is.
Oh, yeah. How dare you gave my favorite game a 7? How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare they give you oh god, just.
Well, it would have been better if it was on a PlayStation 4.
Those are my favorite.
What?
There was an argument that happened at work today because someone at work, I work at a video game company. Someone at work didn't know that Rise of the Tomb Raider was an Xbox One exclusive.
Wow.
And it started this explosion in the lunchroom of, I can't, what? Where have you been?
Yeah, right.
If I haven't heard it, it's news to me.
Only gets one. All right, let's move on to the other Jay-Z's tweet. If you haven't already, can you explain why these Destiny legendaries are so bad? Sounds like there's a double role mechanic in play.
Yes.
So yeah, let's dive into this abject madness that is enneagrams in Destiny. So basically, it's a lot like Diablo 3. Where you'll get sometimes unidentified drops, and they'll say like, oh, it's a heavy weapon, it's a class item, it's a chess piece, and you bring it to the
Oracle or whatever.
The decoder guy. What is the Cryptarch? The Cryptarch.
The Cryptarch with his ring of power.
Yeah. So you bring it to him, and he identifies it a lot like Cain in Diablo 2. And so here's the rub about it. Is if you get the loot tiers are going from worst to best: white, green, blue, purple, yellow, and yellow are exotic ones.
Yes.
So if you get a blue engram, it can be green, blue, or purple.
Wow.
If you get a purple engram, it can be green, blue, purple, or yellow. So the rub of it, and the thing that is honestly pretty frustrating sometimes, is you'll open up a purple one and you're like, this is gonna be great gear, and it's green, and you're just like,
oh yeah, you're table flipping mad.
Yeah, because it's not like Diablo, where Diablo, if you pick up an orange item or you pick up a green item, they're going to be an orange or a green item, guaranteed. It might not be for you, or it might not be as good as what you have, but you know you're gonna get something good.
Yeah,
I'm 0 for 3 on blue ones, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not doing much. I think I'm 0 for 4 on purple ones. And to make matters worse, when you play in the Crucible, the PvP, and I think this is the thing that frustrates people the most, but I absolutely understand why this happens, is let's say you're playing Control, so it's 6v6. So when the match is over, the game basically spews out loot randomly to people.
Ew.
And it could be you got some loot and you're at the bottom, the other person on the losing team at the top got something. It genuinely seems random, and I know a lot of people are frustrated because they're like, man, I just won like for my team, I did incredibly well and I got nothing, but this dude at the bottom got like a legendary. And I think when you look at designing a game like that, I think you want to make sure that it doesn't reward people that do poorly, because then you're just in a match with 6 people that are AFK. Or it's like, see you jerks later, farming gear. So, I mean, It's frustrating. As someone who really enjoys Destiny, I don't have a lot of purple items. I have like a purple hand cannon, and everything else is blue. You know, so
I've got nothing. I've got 2 blue. That's it.
yeah, and it's gotten significantly better once I hit 20. Because decoding stuff will roll stuff at level 20. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of it's random in the way that you kind of don't want a loot game to be.
No, that's horrible.
Because you want the Diablo thing where this thing landed and this giant orange pillar reaches up into the sky, and you know that you got to run over there to get this cool item.
Yeah.
For this, it's this little kind of hexagon ball that rolls around. You pick it up, and then you go back to the tower and get it decoded. So it's rewarding when you get something good out of there, because you're like, yeah, got a legendary. Whew, yeah. It's even better when you win a legendary out of the Crucible, where it's like, hey, here's a purple hand cannon. Good luck. It's just like, wow, okay, great. But I feel like a lot of people pretty legitimately have a lot of frustrations about how that stuff drops.
Yeah, the more I hear it described, the more it's like, okay, well, why have the engrams colored at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why just, why give people that hope?
Well, and I think the thing that's interesting is like a green engram will almost always give you a green item. So there's some guarantees in the very early game that I'll get something better than the white, very common stuff that I'm using.
Yeah.
If I pick up a blue one, I'll get at least something really good green or something really good blue. And then when you pick up a purple, you have the chance of getting like a legendary or an exotic. So I think it's, to me, I kind of like it. I kind of like it when it works in my favor. Because like you get a legendary and you're like, oh man, that was so cool. Or you get a legendary out of a blue and it's like, yeah, I beat the odds.
Yeah, it's like a natural 20. I mean, it's all a dice roll.
Yeah, but then sometimes you'll open up a purple engram, and it's just a green pair of pants, and you're like, well, that's
dumb.
I need those sweet boots. I got them at Old Navy.
Yeah, it very much feels like that, where it's like, I got you a present. Oh, it's a gift card for Target.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, oh.
Here's my exploding Starbucks card.
Yeah. So
just in time for pumpkin spice season.
Yay. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where 9 times out of 10 it sucks, and that one time you're like, yeah, I'm the best. Yeah. This person, Parkwood09, writes, any PC games you looking forward to? I'm looking hard at Civ 5 Beyond Earth. I don't want to play that game because I have a job. I can't do that.
It's a valid reason.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't think of any PC games specifically there, other than The Witcher 3, but I may end up playing that on console just because of,
couch
ease of use.
Yeah. I would. The only game that I'm looking forward to, I think that's coming out on PC, is Dragon Age Inquisition, but I'll be getting that on PS4. Not a lot for PC coming out. I don't know of any really good indie games that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
The other Jay-Z says Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'll be getting that on PS4. Although I am super pumped for that.
That's gonna be cool. I'm getting that on Vita, of course.
I don't know. I feel kind of.
I don't know.
I started off the year playing a bunch of PC games, and now nothing.
I don't know. I mean, I've just been so... I'm not gonna say anti-PC. I just haven't been excited for anything.
Yeah.
Whenever the next StarCraft comes out, that's about it.
Yeah, I'll buy that. And of course I'm buying the new WoW expansions just so I can have that collector's edition book on my shelf next to the other ones.
Yeah, of course.
I can't
Did you
think
see that? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you see that article about they did a retrospective of all the canceled Blizzard games?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really interesting thing, and I'm surprised at how many people are upset about Blizzard canceling Titan after 7 years of work.
I'm not all that shocked.
Yeah, if it's not going to make them money, then they won't make it.
No.
That's a good business model.
Yeah. Hey, I think this is going to lose us money. Should we cancel this? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just put out another WoW expansion. That worked pretty well last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're about to tap that well dry, though. I think they got. If they do another expansion after this one, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I think they might. If anything, they'll maybe start smaller digital-only expansions. Like, hey, it's $10 and there's 2 more dungeons. Yay!
Yeah.
But I don't think you'll see another, like, boxed $60 thing.
They're usually 40.
Yeah, unless you buy the collector's edition.
Oh, well,
then it's considerably more.
Yes, it's usually like 80 or 90 at that point.
Because I have a problem.
Because, no, we're Blizzard fools.
Yeah, I mean, at this point I have all of the collector's editions of Blizzard and all the ones for WoW. Why not continue this sick descent?
You've already made the commitment.
Why would I fail now? I have to see it through.
We're adults and we have a little extra money, so why not?
I wish I knew more of what was coming out for PC at the end of this year. I don't... Something, I'm sure. I just don't know.
Uh,
I think games.
Ah, right. And probably a new version of Office. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I hope not.
Gibbionator writes in, I just got a Vita. Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know if leaving it in sleep mode is going to be a terrible drain on battery life. I figured you guys are Vita experts enough to know stuff like that.
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, leave it on sleep mode.
Yeah.
It's going to do stuff in the background if you got PS Plus.
Yeah.
Download some
do a
biz.
lot of stuff in the background.
Sync your stuff to some clouds. You like clouds, right? Yay, cloud.
Yeah, everyone likes the cloud.
I think for both that and for the 3DS, leave them asleep. If you're not playing it, plug it into the wall somewhere. I don't know. Does Sony have a nice dock for the Vita?
I haven't seen it. Do they?
Maybe I'll have to get one of those.
I have a dock for it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
It sits right next to my bed.
There you go.
Yeah, I just keep the thing plugged in.
And by the way, it uses your what's the word I'm looking for? You know, the USB cable that has the actual plug-in Vita for the back, because I thought I had to buy another USB cable, but I messed that.
Oh, it uses, the actual port on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The one that they promptly got rid of with the second Vita.
Yep.
Yeah. Jerks.
Next tweet. Another one about Destiny. This gentleman Mustella 8098 writes in, Destiny's random loot drop is broken. I've played less than symbol hours than my friend, and he has no exotic bounties, but I have 2. Second, why do I keep getting legendary armor for a hunter, but I'm playing a warlock? I feel like that's a thing they probably should have stolen from Diablo 3, where you're far more likely to get something for your class than you are for another class. Like, you can throw it in a vault. I want to play a hunter, it'll be there for me. But yeah, it seems like too often it's like, oh, I got an exotic. Oh, it's for a warlock. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, Destiny!
Yay!
I'm sorry, I fell into the release date hole of StarCraft.
Did you find anything good?
No!
No.
Hoping early 2015. Early 2016. Indefinite.
Late 2017.
I don't understand why it takes so long.
You know, they got BlizzCon. I don't know. That takes a while.
Maybe they're making another statue for their front yard. I don't know.
Maybe. Do they have a Zerg out there yet? Maybe not.
No.
Maybe that's what I'll do with my front yard. Just put a Zerg out there.
There you go.
I'll put a nice busty Kerrigan on my mailbox.
Alright, let's move on to emails. Moonpea writes in, Question 1. What places would you like games to go in GTA style? He says for him, Liverpool, England. And someone says the city from Blade Runner.
Ooh. Ooh, Blade Runner would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Enter the Void would be really cool.
Yeah.
I think you kind of got the classic kind of covered with the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
With the old historical cities.
I mean, where can they go that they could kind of rib?
I want to carjack somebody in Alexandretta. I want to steal. I want to hog somebody's Vespa.
Yeah, I can't think of any place in particular. Like maybe Tokyo. Like I don't think anyone's really, but Yakuza's got that covered, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Yakuza is really your Tokyo simulator game.
Yeah, and you've got Hong Kong in Sleeping Dogs.
So Singapore? I don't know.
Maybe.
I would like to see what Rockstar would do in Tokyo. I would worry it would be a little too like perverted, maybe. Like, look at how weird these people are, right, guys?
Yeah, they might go that route. Maybe has anyone done like a major like city in Australia?
Sydney? That'd be cool.
Maybe do Sydney. That'd be kind of interesting.
Everything Kills You edition of GTA.
Yeah. Watch out for the ants. They're poisonous.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Oh, that country.
I don't know.
That country terrifies me.
Yeah, it's scary. I'm never going there. Maybe we'll have the friendlier one. We'll do GTA New Zealand.
Yeah, the metalhead in me wants to see Gothenburg, Sweden, but I don't know how well that would play out.
I'd sell like 200 copies of that game.
Yeah. It's just got like the most unreadable GTA logo ever.
Yeah. It's just all right angles.
It's made
It's
out
just
of
a pile of
knives.
sticks. It just looks like a pile of sticks.
Yeah.
But they're metal sticks.
Yeah.
They are.
They're on fire, dripping blood. Question number 2. Do people ever check the sales on consoles? I got The Witcher 2 on Xbox 360 for about £3.50 about 3 months ago. I'm actually signed up for camelcamelcamel.com. It's the most people haven't heard of this website, but it watches your you hook it up to Amazon, it watches your wish list, and you set basically limits for each item in your, like, lower limits, and it'll say like, oh, I want to know when Deception 4 for the Vita has dropped below $30. And it'll send you an email where it's like, hey, Deception 4 is now $25. So it's kind of cool.
That sounds neat.
Yeah.
Sounds a good way to save some money.
Yeah. Or spend more money when it's like, oh, I could just... When it emailed me, it's like, oh, how about Final Fantasy X and X-2 for the Vita for $20? I was like, well, how can I not? I don't need that.
It's... You're losing money by not buying it.
Yeah, exactly. TVGP's motto. You'd lose money by not doing it.
Oh, we'd be terrible economists.
We really
we
would.
would.
We'd be like,
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah.
Do you want it? Just get it.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't
totally.
you?
What did you see? Warren Buffett's what was it? Warren Buffett had this article. It's like, well, would you rather have an Xbox One or $11 million 30 years later?
Does it come with Forza Horizon 2?
I'm sitting there thinking, like, what about all the enjoyment? That has no monetary value.
No, not to Warren Buffett.
He was comparing investing $40 in 1912 to what it would be now. I was like, of course it's gonna be a lot of money. It's like a tontine. You can't compare that to an actual
Warren Buffett, you're so
compound
crazy.
interest.
Speaking of which, do we have a TVGP tontine? I feel like we should.
No.
What? Who would? I thought those were illegal.
I mean, isn't everything really? Isn't the show illegal?
It's get down to it, probably.
Maybe if you pirate it.
Hey, pirate it for free. Find the show on the Pirate Bay.
Oh, are we on the Pirate Bay?
No, I don't think so.
I can fix that.
Gotcha.
Here's a TVGP anthology.
You know, if I
Episodes
ever
1
do
through
release
362.
like every master tape I ever had, I'd probably just put it on the Pirate Bay.
Yeah. It's a way to do it. It'd be huge.
It is really big. I backed that stuff up to Amazon Glacier, and it's really big.
Nice.
It's hundreds of gigs.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
We haven't hit a terabyte yet.
No, not yet. For everyone at home who wants to do the math themselves, it is 1 gig per person per hour. Do that math. Go.
Yeah.
Question number 3. What is the best welcome you've had to a community? I got shanked in WoW, racist slurs in Counter-Strike, had a great reception in Neverwinter Nights server, my first online game, great reception in my current Minecraft server, and the best reception in the TVGP community.
Aw.
I would like to say that we are the shining paragon of the internet is not full of crazy racist jerks.
Yeah. I would definitely say that.
We are definitely the left trigger of the internet.
I had a really good reception in Destiny because there's no voice chat.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's like, I was thinking about it the other day and people are still so bitter about that. And I was like, man, that's why I'm playing multiplayer in Destiny. Like this, for the same reason that I played multiplayer in Hearthstone. Is because nobody can be... You need to watch the live stream for this dog's nose just like a furry shark. Hey guys,
What are you doing up here?
our cuddle. But that's why I like playing multiplayer in Destiny, is because nobody can be like, oh my god, just capture. Oh my god, just capture the point. Oh god, you're the worst. You know, it doesn't. It's none of that, and I love that. And I love cuddling dogs.
They are adorable.
It's just...
Who's a little baby?
Oh man.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I haven't been a member of too many communities. I'm always the lurker. Like I'll lurk in Reddit, I'll lurk in NeoGAF. Like I don't really want to post anywhere. It's scary. What if they don't like me?
Exactly. I'm sort of the same way. I think the only this community was the most welcoming by far. Giant Bob's not too bad either. I posted on the forums a little bit there.
Yeah, they're actually pretty okay.
There's some okay people there. And honestly, back when I first started on the internet, this is really embarrassing, but the first forums I really heavily posted to was Korn. Like their forums.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
they
weren't bad. And actually, I want to give a shout out to. I just came to me. There was a site for about 25 years called Jinx World, run by a bunch of comic creators, specifically Brian Michael Bendis and a few other people, that recently shut down. But I met a ton of amazing people through those forums.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty much a troll on movie sites, so. I was that dude that the Jay and Silent Bob would knock on my door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
Are you blah 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 blah?
I am.
I love the way that movie ends. It's perfect.
Dimebag315 in chat asks, hey, remember when Nintendo did a news thing in between TVGP? What happened? Was he too dorky? He's never too dorky. Certainly not on this show.
He's significantly less dorky than I think almost all of us.
Yeah. No, basically, life happened for, like, everybody. And the forums started slowing down, and it was just kind of a perfect storm of there wasn't that much news happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't much happened, then the ban the friend thread there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's...
Stuff slowed down?
It's still cool. I still look at it. I still read it every day.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And I get to the point where I was, and then I get distracted by work, and then...
Stupid work.
Yeah, work's dumb.
I agree.
Next up is an email signed President E.J. Fudd. I don't... This is a really weird...
Fudd?
This is a really weird email. Just preparing you guys.
All right.
Musim is kind of gangsta. I wonder if he knows Snoop.
Okay.
I don't know. Boston's hushed whisper tone reminds me of a librarian or a ninja. Libra ninja? Ninbrarian? Either way, be cautious when mentioning Jade Empire. You suck. Beware the Vita Viking. He will knife you with a Vita.
Yeah. Vita Shank just.
Mina and Knobs are so intense. Are they Super Saiyans? The two shaking hands would be like crossing the streams in Ghostbusters. On the plus side, such an event could pull Asura into this reality.
Ooh.
You think
I'd
you
be
and
okay
Mina
with
could do the
that.
fusion dance?
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh,
We got to get earrings made.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
If we must.
Yeah, we can. We just can't get swallowed by Boo. That's the only problem.
That's true.
Yeah, no, you
That's a
don't want
bad
that.
time for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for
my
indulging.
DBC knowledge was deep.
Boom!
Oh.
Thank you for indulging my ridiculous sense of humor. Dimebag in chat says, "Oh, but that was cool. I liked the song in the background. That song was from Saints Row the Third. You should go play
Really?
it." And then the other JC says, "Boston PR. I'd be good on NPR." And next up in the news, what's happening in Iraq? We don't know.
We don't know. We're here to talk about video games.
And next up on Science Now, everything's crazy and we're printing organs. News at 11:30.
I think I could be a senior news correspondent on the Daily Show.
Probably.
I think, yeah, absolutely. I'd
That seems
watch
like a
that.
pretty good gig.
Yeah.
It seems like a great gig.
You typically go on to big things.
Well, like the one dude just went on to SNL. So
Well, actually, he came from SNL.
really.
Yeah, he was. I think he was one of the writers there.
Oh yeah. I
And
think
then,
you're right.
and then he got the gig at the Daily Show for 30 days or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then he just got hired back to do the
Weekend update. Yeah. I don't care what people say. That show's still awesome.
The other Jay-Z in chat says, all games considered?
Yes.
Welcome back to All
Oh.
Games Considered.
Yeah.
This first topic for a roundtable, are Destiny loot drops unfair, and what can we do about it?
This
We can
Azerothian
totally-
life.
What do you think? I mean, do you think we could totally get streamed on NPR once a week? Can't we? I mean,
Yeah.
we are clean.
We definitely have the
Technically,
context to
as long
get
as
that set
as
up.
long as they take the audio and not the live stream. Next up, a show where they talk primarily about a really oddly named type of ramen. We'll see you for the show. 2 minutes in, they're
I
like,
would-
"This was the last episode of that video game podcast. Please put your children in therapy."
You know what? I think they get away with a fair bit of innuendo on NPR. Just saying.
Sure, yeah.
Listen to it every day.
The other Jay-Z says, "This Azerothian life," and "Wait, don't kill me." By the way, Wait, Don't Tell Me is the worst show on radio.
Yeah.
Please don't listen to it. NPR is
It's-
so much better than that. Listen to some Radio Lab. That's some great stuff.
I thought Radio Lab just got canceled.
No, I don't think so. There's still commercials for it here.
Nice.
What's the one thing? The mechanics that are on Sunday that are just awful.
Oh, Car Talk.
Oh, it's so bad.
I can't stop listening to
A
it.
show is such a train
The
wreck.
worst, like, dad jokes and like math questions and just oh my god, it's the worst.
You had me
You
at
know
dad
what?
jokes, and you lost me at math questions.
He got all right. They were getting railed by some 12-year-old wrote into there, and they were kind of encouraging the thing. And at the end of it, they're like, "Look, we're amateurs. We know we're not good at this.
Yeah.
We're just doing the best we can." I was like, "All right, I'll keep listening."
We're just talking about cars. It's just like two dudes talking about cars.
Nice.
two really good mechanics, by the way. I mean, they know their stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh yeah, oh that makes perfect sense."
Yeah, all right. It was the
it's
lug nut.
It's the float in the carburetor because that was a thing back then.
Yeah.
It didn't even come to your mind. Oh,
Old dudes. It's going to be like us in 20 years where they're like, "Grandpa, what was floppies?" It's like, ugh, all right.
You know the save icon?
I remember back in my day when there were 2 buttons on a controller.
When there was one button on the controller. And we made do.
Yeah.
Remember there was a trackball on everything.
Yeah. You kids don't, you know your marble madness from your Candy Crush.
Harum.
Nah, I'm going to go back to playing Super Mario World. Jerks. Next.
This is where we peaked.
Next email is from Mark, aka Soul Man. Homies. Hi, sir. With the untimely passing of my level 62 hardcore character, Gretchen the Barbarian in Diablo 3, due largely in part to the apprentice mode glitch, what other quote-unquote tragedies have destroyed your progress due to bugs, corrupted saves, or siblings?
Question: what is the apprentice mode glitch?
I don't know, but I don't want to find out now. Nobody played it. I'm
enough.
solo. I feel like there was... I don't... this memory is coming back to me for some reason from high school or college. I don't remember who it was in my freshman year, but they loved Final Fantasy VII, but they didn't have a memory card.
Oh.
So they kept playing up to like the first time you get to like Junon Port or whatever it is, and
Wow.
that's like all they had seen of Final Fantasy VII.
That's crazy.
And I was like, the memory card is like $10. Just go get a memory card, man.
Oh, that's crazy. I had that situation at one point. I was like in high school, couldn't afford a memory card, and was just like, okay, I need to play this game with Final Fantasy VII.
I feel like
I ended up borrowing one from my sister's boyfriend at the time.
Man.
Yeah.
I feel like so many people have a Final Fantasy VII story, or like they have from the PS1 era. Do you remember those? I think Game Shark made them, and like a whole bunch of other companies. Whatever company it was that had like that shark as the logo. They made that like 8-in-1 memory card. We had like that switch on the side. And,
I totally have one of those.
If
still.
you turned your PS1 on and like flicked the switch, or the switch was in between two memory cards, it would like wipe the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was like this like black magic of like, okay, is it seated right? Am I gonna? Nope. All right, lost my Final Fantasy VII save.
Now, the one I had a little red button on the front of it that was left and right. It was like slightly raised on each side, so you couldn't actually switch it unless the PlayStation was on.
Oh, nice.
Which was pretty good.
Yeah.
But that was, I remember those things. Knobs is getting assaulted by his dogs.
I love you. What's funny is I felt like that never really happened with the Dreamcast. I felt like the VMUs were fairly...
Like large enough?
Well, fairly stable. And like had large enough like that they had enough space. And then like by the time they got to the PS2, or it's just like, look, it's 8 megs. Like it's not 15 blocks. Who cares about that? It's 8 megs.
The other Jay-Z just said that in chat. Thank God we stopped measuring data space in blocks.
Yeah, except for Nintendo.
Yeah.
How many blocks does it take on my 3DS? I don't know. I put a 16 gig card in there. How many blocks is that?
Yeah, like the fact that, and the funny part is they have to do that conversion somewhere in the code, so like it's literally like a waste of their time.
Yeah, and it's like, what's the math? Show us the numbers. Show us the receipts. What's the what's the math here? How many gigs?
Put it up on GitHub. Come on, we want to see this.
He said, here are a few of mine. Number 1, Fable 2 game-ending bug after finding the Hero of Strength. Stopping all progress just because you talked to a person too soon. That was Fable 2 just saving you from its ridiculous stupidity.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
It's the worst game. It and Jade Empire are pretty much the worst games.
Wow.
I should live stream Jade Empire someday.
You should. Just like
my seething anger. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I'll like it this time.
That would be so ironic.
Where I finish it and I was like, guys, God, Jade Empire is pretty good.
That was, hey, you guys should play this.
BioWare's greatest, Jade Empire. Number 2, friend's little brother deleting our saves in Lunar, the Silver Star story during the night after we stayed up all night trying to beat a boss. Kill him.
Yeah.
No one will convict you.
That's a little grave to dig, man. That would not take long.
They'll never find you. This is for Lunar. Blat. Number 3, little sister deleting saves in Super Mario RPG at the save point before the last boss. Dead.
Ted, I'll go get a pink shoebox. Let's go.
That's really dark. Oh man. Both little siblings had to buy my friend and I Mighty Kids meals from McDonald's as a payback. May Gretchen's memory live forever live on in the cloud. What were Mighty Kids meals? from
I
McDonald's.
think those
I
were
don't remember
Burger
those.
King. I think there might be some wires crossed there.
Yeah. Or maybe they were just really big kids' meals.
Maybe.
You know, I think it was the intermediate kids meal thing.
Before you got to your quarter pounders.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it was like one of
Well,
those things where they were trying to hit the tweeners.
I don't think that's the term. You
What?
kids on your internets. You're playing the Sega. It's just tweens. Tweeners.
God. So you guys got any bad save stories?
I'm sorry. Are you guys on the Facebook? I'm gonna search that on the Google.
I'm on the Friendster.
Yeah. Did you guys sign up for MySpace? It's so... Guys, it's 2014. I've been waiting for this.
My spaces.
Yeah, MySpace is... Justin Timberlake made it, guys. Dimebag315 in chat says, OMG, imagine if you played Metal Gear Solid and Psycho Mantis read your save games on a current system. It'd be like 3 hours on my 360.
I think he would get to a point where he'd just go, "What do you do anything?"
Yeah, maybe you should go outside.
You played how many hours?
Yeah,
Funny
just delete
Head
your
blows
save.
up.
It's funny that he brings up Psycho Mantis because immediately after we finished the podcast on Sunday, I went and started playing Metal Gear again. I got past the Sniper Wolf fight, got into the torture room with Ocelot, forgot I was playing on hard, and when you're playing on hard, it's another one of those little things they do. Normally it's 4 times through the torture machine. When it's on hard, it's 5.
How are you playing that on the Vita, by the way? With
What,
the
like
select button?
Wait.
Oh, is it square or... select is give up.
Yeah, select is give up. Circle, you have to pound circle.
I thought you had to pound select. I'm just like, how? It's so tiny.
No.
He has a little wood thing just for the perfect size, just to
Yeah.
just
hammer it down.
destroy it. Well, and I didn't realize it was 5. And he's like, "All right, we're doing one more." I was like, "No, not one more. I can't survive one more. I have like no health left."
My arm. Oh my god.
And it kills me. And I hadn't saved since before the Psycho Mantis fight.
No.
Yeah.
Snap the Vita in half.
Pretty much. I almost did. I actually worked back up to that point and got past it. Like a couple hours later, I was so mad. I was like, "How did you not save?"
Now that you had worked up your stamina for button mashing.
Yeah. I just switched hands by the time I got to it the second time.
You get that one little cramp like right there.
Yeah.
You're like,
Just like right in the
good.
arch.
Triceps. All right, next email from Angel Eye. Angel Eye here. All's well, I hope. I've been meaning to send some mail for a while now. Oh, knobs. Only 3 paragraphs if you include this line.
Fair enough.
So for the past year, I've been trying to learn the game Crusader Kings 2. I know more about CK2 than I did last year, as one would hope, but full understanding, no, an adequate understanding, still eludes me. If you don't know, CK2 is a strategy game by Paradox based on Europa Universalis, which in turn is based on a board game of the same name. I already know more about Crusader Kings 2 than I did at the beginning of this email.
I think I have that board game.
Really?
Yeah, it was in one of those boxes. It looks like a giant book.
Weird.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's got the hexagonal map. No. I'm gonna have to go check now.
Okay. The 2 games share many systems, with the key difference being CK2 is focused on your dynasty, while EU4, for instance, is focused on your nation/kingdom. Over this past year, I've learned how to initiate wars on other regions, create plots, and have a rough idea on what most of the menus are supposed to do. That doesn't sound like much, but considering the first game I played consisted of 30 minutes of me trying to attack my neighbor, well, the game told me I didn't have, because it's quite the achievement. So to start off, what games have proven difficult for you to understand, and did you find enjoyment in them once you figured them out? And are there any games you praise for their ease to be played, but long for some more freedom or complexity? Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah.
Hands down. I have tried so many times to get into that game, and I know it's so good, and it is just impenetrable. I bought the O'Reilly book of how to play it. I made it about 50 pages through, and I was just like, I still can't. Oh, God.
There is an O'Reilly book,
and it's really good. It's
on how to play Dwarf Fortress.
It's really good. It's like 200 pages.
What is the animal on the cover of that one?
It's the icon, that old man with the beard.
Oh, okay.
They don't.
All
Yeah,
right.
they don't have a. I don't know what they.
They don't have like a lemur on the front of it or something.
A dead possum.
Just
roadkill. Yeah, just. This is
the
you
Dead
in 50
Possum book
hours.
of how to play Dwarf
it
Fortress.
should be a pixel art version of a deer pooping in the woods or something.
Yeah, it's just the bison you shoot in the original Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
God.
I feel like that's kind of the granddaddy of all of them. Where it's just like, this game's not gonna help me at all. Oh man.
Yeah, I had the first time I ever played the original Fallout games. I had
Yeah.
So my first encounter with Fallout was picking up the 2-pack Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 when I was like 13 or 14.
One of those like double disc ones where like
Yeah.
flopped open. I had that too.
At like Kmart.
Yeah, and it was
Just
like
I
$15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I want a new computer game. Oh, Fallout, that sounds cool.
I get 2 of them.
Yeah. And I popped it in. I was like, how do I, what?
My perks? And then you're
Like,
like,
I'd never played a game like that before. Up until
Yeah.
then, it was all like Doom and like Mario and all sorts of stuff.
And
This
it's
is
like, here's the first enemy. It's a scorpion. Wait, I'm dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super dead. And this was, I think I had the internet at the time, but I had no clue, like, patches and stuff. This is when you still had, like, a crazy time limit. I don't think these were patched yet. Like, they were, like, just old stock that they were getting rid of.
Yeah.
You still had that crazy time limit to get the water chip.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
original Fallout.
Yeah.
So, like, I could never beat it.
Oh, man.
Another one was Earth Siege 2, which was sort of a Mech Warrior sort of ripoff. It was just a giant mech game, and me and my friend Tony beat it. But we didn't beat it; we lost. Like, it's the only video game I've ever played where I truly lost that game, because we played through
It
every
broke
mission,
me.
everything, and the last mission's the coolest thing ever. They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna send you to the moon, and you're gonna like battle with mechs on the moon." And you land on the moon, and if you've done certain specific things before now and been like terrible at this game, which we didn't know what we were doing, you land on the moon, and the game is over. And
Wow.
it, like, every time you load that level, it's just like this nightmare just being bombed out, and you can't progress. It was just like, what? Why?
Speaking of Fallout 1, have you watched the no combat speed run that someone did?
No.
You should watch it. I think it's only about 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes. It's great, and it is basically just a dude either stealthing his way through or actually talking his way through. Like, he does the infamous thing where he has the final boss kill himself by talking him into it.
The
It's
original
great.
Fallout or Fallout 2?
I think it's the original one.
Okay.
It's the one with the power armor.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's one.
man.
I remember taking wrong turns in that game and just being annihilated.
Yeah, by like a pack of wild dogs. And it's like, oh great, it's just a couple dogs. I'm gonna nope it.
I always remember taking that one turn really early on, and there's like two dudes and the one guy in the power armor, and he's like, "Hey," and then I would just get annihilated.
Yeah. Any impenetrable games for you, Knobs?
Man, one that started was impenetrable till we cracked it was Gun Valkyrie.
Oh,
Where we couldn't get by the first level till we figured out how to play that game.
Yeah.
Man,
I feel like there's some character action game that we played at one point, and it never really clicked with us until we figured out.
Okami.
Oh, really?
I never really got into Okami.
Yeah.
I've tried several times.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might have been us with either Guilty Gear X2 or maybe Frequency. Where, like, we had this huge hump, and once we got over it, we're like, oh.
Yeah, Frequency was a huge one, because
Yeah.
that game just consumed us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing with Guilty Gear. I know there's a game up here that I just can't get by, that I can't think of.
Well, we'll come back to it if you think of it.
Yeah.
He continues, Boston, you like visual novels? I do. While listening to another podcast, I learned of the game novel, Hateful Boyfriend. On the surface, a pigeon dating sim, but I'm paraphrasing, with a deep post-apocalyptic story, which presumably explains the pigeon courtship. Assuming you're as intrigued as I, it's on Steam for $10 and or there's a demo. I think I already own it. Because why would you not buy a pigeon dating sim where you're the only human?
Oh, well, that just got weird. I think you just ended up on some lists.
Probably. Let's. Congratulations, you've been accepted as the only human student at the prestigious St. Pigeonations Institute, a school for talented birds. Roam the halls and find love in between classes as a sophomore student in the world's greatest pigeon high school. Finding happiness won't be easy, but it's not all academic. There's always time for a little romance in this delightful remake of Hatomoa's popular visual novel / avian dating sim, Hateful Boyfriend. Please note, no birds were hurt in the making of Hateful Boyfriend. In fact, many found love. So, yeah, there's just a pigeon on this video that I was watching that has an eye patch. So, I mean, I have to buy that.
Yeah. If you haven't already.
Yeah. And this trailer says, enter your first name, and they put in Gaben. So,
of course they do.
I mean, how can you pass up that?
Oh.
Alright, let's before I get too deep into this.
Jesus.
He continues, to end some questions that, due to my Twitter syntax, ignorance never arrived. Number 1, what game gotten from Plus or Live would you consider your favorite, or that you would keep if your service were to lapse? For me, I would have to go with Dragon's Dogma. Man, everybody should play Dragon's Dogma. It's so
really
good.
I gotta sit down and play that some more.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I haven't played it since I got my heart ripped out.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense intro, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like The Road Not Taken would probably be a recent pick for me for PS Plus.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have purchased that game without a demo, and PS Plus was a pretty great resource for that.
Trench was pretty fun for free.
Yeah.
Trench was really fun for free, yeah.
I was gonna say Sleeping Dogs was probably the best game you could possibly get. As far as trying to think of what else came out on that.
A lot of stuff that's come out I've already purchased.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not that interested in.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say Resogun's way up there.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Can I say Hexic HD?
Ooh.
Your free Xbox 360 game?
Oh my gosh, I played the crap out of that game.
You know what the PS4 needs? Puzzle Arcade. Boom.
Yeah, it does.
I said it. Oh, Dimebag315 says, I say Tomb Raider GOL. That game is great. Brad and I played that co-op, and that game was fantastic.
Nice.
I can't think of anything else that was really, really great.
There's a few on here, but like I'm trying to think of stuff that I got through PlayStation Plus and didn't play elsewhere first.
Yeah.
And like most of them I either had or haven't played, so I can't really say.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a list, though.
Well, while we continue through that list, let's move on to the more important question here, number 2. Have you ever been inspired to try food that has appeared in a game you've played? I'm surprised I haven't after Odin Sphere, when you have that whole restaurant that you're providing food for and they cook what has to be the most delicious food.
Really?
Same with any game that Vanillaware makes, it's like this weird food porn where it's like they even had it in what was that samurai one?
Oh, Muramasa?
Muramasa. They had it in there. They had it in Dragon's Crown, where it's just like, I don't know, here's like a side of a steak. There's a half of a pig. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I could always go for some wall meat.
Yeah, yeah, some wall chicken. It's not as good as barrel chicken from Final Fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
Garbage can chicken.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, look, here's a nice mutton joint right in the middle of the street. That
Yeah.
looks delicious.
After MGS4, I could have gone for some eggs over easy.
Oh yeah.
Sunny side up. Sorry.
Yep.
I feel like not too many
Ooh.
games focus on food.
The drops in DOA 3 and the
Like the
survival
rice
mode.
balls and
Yeah, the rice ball, the triangle thing. I always wanted to try one of those. The triangle with the seaweed.
yeah, like I just want to hold it by the seaweed and try it.
Or a little sticky bun. The sticky buns always look so good.
Yeah, those like parfaits.
Yeah.
Mm.
Honestly, I will say last time I went to a Chinese buffet, I did go, ooh, is there a pork bun? Because of sleeping dogs.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that was like the main thing you could get on the street. It was like, oh, I have a pork bun. All right, cool.
buns.
That sounds delicious. That's like two of my favorite things in one.
A question here from chat
A sandwich? Man, all it is.
No, it's sort of like, I don't know. It's interesting.
It's just
it's
pulled
weird.
pork in a little bun.
Yeah, but how can you go
it's
wrong?
a pork roll. I mean,
It's delicious.
It is
sandwich
tasty.
by any other name, still a sandwich.
That's true.
But if it's got sides, I mean, it's really more of a pocket, you know.
It's like a pot pie.
Yeah.
Question from the other Jay-Z in chat. Why on earth do consoles not just sell the patched games? I downloaded PASBR in 2 minutes and the patch took another 20. That kind of drives me crazy. I feel like Sony is often kind of okay with that, at least on the PS4.
Yeah.
But I feel like often you'll download something and it'll be like, great, updates are available, and it's like 10 gigs. It's like, what? Wait, I just downloaded like 30 gigs. Like, why didn't you just like slipstream this in here?
I don't know. Like that bothers me too. Like there doesn't seem to be a reason you can't just recompile the whole game and just go, all right, update the download on their servers.
Yeah, now you download version 1.2 instead of 1.0.
Yeah, but given the way that the PlayStation Store updates, maybe that's impossible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like I feel like just finding out what their back end architecture is would just be nauseating.
It's just 2 servers in a broom closet.
Just 2 servers behind a load balancer for some reason.
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah, that really grinds my gears.
Yeah.
1 server behind a load balancer would be a lot funnier.
No. Yeah. Next email. Hello, TVGP. Jean-Francois from Quebec, Canada here. Hello, sir. These past few days, I've been playing Theath Rhythm, Final Fantasy Curtain Call on my 3DS non-stop. Hearing so much music from a series that I literally grew up with was pure joy.
Yeah.
He says, Final Fantasy on the NES was one of my first RPGs that I played when I was 8. It seems every new title has been released at a different stage of my life, from teenage years to now adult life. You and me both, Jean-Francois. The thing is, when hearing this music, the only thing I can think of is that I want to replay every Final Fantasy title. An absurd idea, because we all know that there's no time to do that anymore when you're an adult, unfortunately.
Yep.
So, question is, when you have a reminiscence about your old video games experiences, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it the gameplay, the graphics, the story? To me, it's really the music. When trying to remember my past gaming experiences, the music always comes to me first, and then the gameplay or story moments attached to it. Hence why games like Theath Rhythm hit really hard my nostalgic chords, because music is always the first step I take when trying to remember a game from my youth. What about you? Yeah, I mean, I think for me, my love of video game music is not exactly a secret.
No.
What? You like video game music?
I really do. So I feel like for me, primarily that's the first thing I'll come to, and then it's usually like maybe the cool thing that happened in that game.
For me, a lot of times it is gameplay, just because it was always hard to like play a game with the volume up, because I lived in a very small house as a kid, and you have know, parents doing one thing, and sibling doing another thing, and
they don't want to hear Link doing ha ya ha ya ya.
Yeah, and when I did hear the games, it was usually if I'm playing even a single player game, I'd usually have friends hanging out. We'd be passing the controller back and forth and talking more than paying attention to the game. So like my favorite games, I can remember some of the music, but one of my favorite childhood games, like The Lost Vikings,
Yeah.
don't remember the music at all. totally remember that gameplay.
Oh,
That
yeah.
gameplay's amazing.
That game's great. Another hot Blizzard joint.
Yup. We need a new one, guys. Titan's canceled. You gotta get those developers on something else.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Black Throne.
Yeah.
Black, yes.
No, for me it was the graphics. Like the
Yeah?
actual look, the look of the game is what always brings me back into the nostalgia feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I mean, we had such a finite style, like, I mean, games you kind of gravitated for. Like, obviously, I was a child of the '80s, so I loved ninjas
Yeah.
because anything that's got ninja in it is awesome.
Or
So-
Ninja Turtles primarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Shinobi was it for me. I mean,
Oh,
that was my hook, or anything space related.
Yeah.
And then later became Vikings. I don't know why, but
Oh, 'cause Vikings are awesome.
Yeah.
I agree.
The other GG in chat says, bring back dynamic soundtrack. Someday, man. Work is murdering me.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember a lot of this stuff playing with that. Remember the old earpiece that you used to get that had the big spiral,
Yeah.
the single mono headphone that came with all the old like little transistor radios.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
I had like 9 of those things like laying in like the junk drawer.
Just
And I'd
curled
always-
up all together.
You pull one up, you're like, hey, I got one for each ear, but only have one plug.
Wah. And our last email here is from Dave, aka RoboPig.
Excellent.
He says, hey guys, wondering if you watched the Borderlands pre-sequel intro video narrated by Mr. Torg and Sir Hammerlock. I have not.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
people.
awesome. It's so good.
I enjoyed it so much I've forgotten even how to spell Disturkney.
Yeah.
A question for the mailbag episode. Is there something that bothers you enough that when you see it in a particular game, it completely turns you off of the game? Things like unskippable cutscenes or escort missions, timed missions, etc. For me, usually lack of subtitles, oddly enough.
Yeah, that kills it for me.
I can't blast a game in this giant living room I have. The rest of the house will not be happy. I mean, for
Yeah.
PS4, it's a lot better because I can just plug a headphone in the controller and that solves
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
But I don't know. Or things like Destiny where they do subtitles wrong, where they have like one person it's like half of the screen is subtitles for their whole speech. It's like, no, break it up, guys. Like, just don't. I read faster than, this dude is talking.
If it can't fit
Yep.
on a bouncing ball line, it doesn't. It's as big as you need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe when I make a game, I'll have subtitles just be a bouncing ball.
Yeah.
That
That would be cool.
Yeah, so for me, it's usually anything that absolutely requires audio. Like there'll be, like there's a section in Metal Gear Solid. If you're playing on hard, like right now, I can't find the Hind while I'm fighting it unless I've got the volume turned up.
Oh,
Because you have
yeah.
to listen for it. That's real hard on a portable.
Yeah, that stereo sound of the Hind.
Yeah, and that fight is
Hindy?
impossible on hard. By the
I
way.
got the solution.
What's that?
Headphones.
Yeah. I don't
I have the
know.
solution. Metal Gear.
The thing is, like, headphones to me is a sign of, okay, I'm in the room with my wife, and I'm going to put headphones on. I'm not going to be listening to a word you say at all, or paying attention to any potential conversation we might have. I may as well just go into a different room and play the game.
That's why. So first off, I thought you were going to say like headphones to me are a sign of weakness. And
They are, absolutely.
The thing for me is actually how I got around that is I actually only put one headphone, one earphone, headphone ear thing in.
Yeah.
It's very late.
Yes.
And it's the one that isn't. So I leave the ear open that's next to the person. So like if someone's
not
sitting
bad.
on my
Yeah.
right, I'll just leave the right headphone open.
Fair
It usually
enough.
works pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
What?
again, just out of
Love me.
nowhere.
Knobs, what about you? What grinds your gears in games?
This?
The dog all up in your grill.
Go
Dog
away.
cast.
Boomer, what have you been playing this week? Licked my butt.
All right, so now I'm off screen.
Watch the live stream, people. It's pretty great.
Now available on Tumblr.
Oh man, you know what? I don't really know anymore. I've become so like sure at this point. Like I don't look at the back of the cover to see if there's subtitles or not.
I feel like so many people for this would have been like, ugh, always on. And I was like, I'm always on.
Yeah,
ladies.
I'm usually upset when like I'm not connected to the internet and I want like the Persona thing. I wanted to like play a little bit of Persona on my lunch break at work.
Yeah.
And I realized I couldn't get to the PlayStation Network because of a filter on the Wi-Fi at work.
Ugh.
And
Killjoys.
Yeah, and I go to hit the voice thing and it was like, I don't know what's going on. You're connected, but you're not connected.
Yeah.
So that's I don't know.
I have to say one thing that does make me excited when I look at a game when I'm buying is whether or not it has co-op. I mean, that has been... I enjoy playing co-op more than I ever thought I really would.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
One of the things that bothered me about the last generation was the lack of split screen on a lot of games.
Yeah.
And I think that's continuing in this generation, sort of.
I gotta say, I do not hate not having split screens. That does not bother me at all.
I feel like if you want the couch co-op, I feel like PC is the place to be right now.
Which is weird.
Yeah, which is the thing you'd think would be like, yeah, I have online multiplayer, and so many games are out right now. They're like, no, there's no online. Get 2 controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robopig asks another question here. I'm doing Extra Life this year. I posted a link to my page in the forums. Anyone else on the podcast or in the community doing it this year? I'm not. We just did it for work last weekend, and I didn't attend. But yeah, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
No.
I
probably should, but
unfortunately,
this is not the time of year for me to be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your busy time, huh?
Yes, sir.
No one wants to see me descend into madness over 24 hours. Just
I don't know.
A lot of crying.
I would like to see you play Jade Empire for Extra Life next year.
Oh my god.
That'd be fantastic.
If I
like
ever
a
do
swear
it,
jar next to you.
Yeah.
if I ever do it, I'm gonna get one of those harnesses with a GoPro camera, just so like the whole room moves, but I'm still static.
Oh yeah.
Like in MTV's Fear, like that. Like.
Thank you, by the way, for referencing MTV's Fear. I was thinking about that. So I want to talk about that show for a second, because the last episode of that I loved that show. So dumb.
I did too. That show is awesome. How that's not even out on DVD.
No, and I think it's because the last episode I ever saw, they had a woman grab a live electrical wire to have her get through this area, and after that they were like, "Look, nope, I think we're not even we're done with this one." I think someone probably died.
Well, it's that because there was no closure on any of those episodes. Where did that dude go?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, he just went to go turn the lights on, and he never came back.
And now he's dead. MTV's Fear. 2 seasons, 16 episodes, 2000 to 2002.
Oh, wow.
It was great.
Rules, locations, music, influence. Oh, they don't really have anything about why it got canceled.
I mean, it was a good show. MTV was on a roll there for a little bit, and they had that great Spider-Man cartoon, and then they canceled that, and then...
due to the high cost of producing each episode, it got canceled. A DVD, MTV's Inside Fear, was released on November 6, 2001.
Huh.
That's not what I want. I want all of it. The image, the only other image they have on this Wikipedia page, other than the logo, is just this woman, night vision, just terrified and crying. That's Fear.
It was a good show.
That show was really
great.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to find that.
Like I would totally do Fear Factor if I didn't have to eat gross stuff.
Yeah. That's where you draw the line.
No, well, okay. I'd be okay eating like the nasty, like the awful, no problem. That's easy. But when it comes to putting like live bugs in your mouth,
yeah, I couldn't.
No.
I mean, I couldn't. What's his name from the Chappelle Show? The crackhead guy, where he's laying in the pile of bugs, just reading the paper.
Oh man! All right, well, that's all of our tweets and emails for this surprisingly longer than I thought mailbag episode.
Yeah, right?
Thank you very much, everyone, for writing in. If you're watching the live stream, that's the episode. If not, it goes up on Monday like normal, so you get to wait a while. You can visit us at tvgp.tv, email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com, tweet us at tvgp, and everything else on right.
And don't forget to join forums. Please mark yourselves on the map and join us for our community game nights, which is Monday night, 10 p.m. EST, and Thursday nights, PC game nights. Settle down. And yeah, Wednesday something on the PlayStations or the PlayStation.
One of your Segas.
States thing.
So we are still taking submissions for October's TVGP Game Club. We're looking for horror games. If you've got suggestions, put them in the forums.
Oktoberfest.
Pretty much. I plan on starting voting probably the day this hits. So if you're listening to this now, go to the forums and vote.
Vote for Dead Space 2.
Yeah.
That's it. You just know the winner right there.
Boom.
Well,
I will use my influence on this show for good.
Endorse 2/3. It's endorsed 2/3 TVGP.
You know, if it's not in the suggestions thread, guys.
You. Alright, and don't forget you can watch this show live and watch some dogs love on knobs. Twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you all next week. Peace.
Laters.
Later.
It's my Kavorka. It's my lure of the animal.
Huh? Alright, titles.
All right. So I've got a few here, and then the other Jay-Z sent me a whole bunch here. So I've got Dr. Orpheus voice pack, shoulder lights, purple hand cannon, pumpkin spice season.
We cannot have purple hand cannon. Did not realize what I was saying in the episode. I do not condone it. I'm very sorry. NPR, we got too blue for you. I'm sorry.
Hey, it could have been worse.
Twice.
It could have been pink.
That's a good business model. Busty Kerrigan mailbox. It's like a tontine. Like a furry shark.
Ow.
A fair bit of innuendo. Don't know your Marble Madness from your Candy Crush. Gretchen the Barbarian. That's a little grave to dig.
Tell me the tweeners are in there somewhere.
The what?
The tweeners?
I didn't write it down.
Oh, yeah.
A School for Talented Birds, Avian Dating Sim, Wall Meat, and Dogs Love on Knobs. Which, now that I think about it, probably not.
No, not in the wild with you. Purple hand cannon, dogs love on knobs.
So Jay-Z sent me hashtag TVGP fans, mailbag, MALE.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, what is going on?
NPR will never pick us up.
Hungry, surly, and half drunk. Bill Shatner's ghost. Dogs aplenty. $3.50. A pile of sticks.
Oh my god.
Boston PR. All games considered. This Azerothian life. Nintendo follows the block trick system. Dead Possum Dwarf Fortress. Boston's Avian Dating Sim. Weird food porn. Barrel chicken is the best chicken. It's really more of a pocket. Two servers walk into a broom closet. Boston's giant living room. As big as you need to be. Oral infidelity. AURAL.
We're never doing another mailbag ever again. Ever.
MTV's Fear, spelled like the game with the periods and everything. And Eating the Awful.
Okay, so I wrote down 4.
Okay.
Dr. Orpheus voice pack.
I like that
The
one.
Tweeners.
The Tweeners.
Bill Shatner's ghost. I don't know why I find that so funny. And Boston PR.
I'm a big fan of Bill Shatner's ghost.
I really like that one. I don't know why I find that so funny.
To do that again, that would be awesome.
I'm gonna circle that one because it's really dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 362 for September 29th, 2014. Bill Shatner's Ghost.
Why not?
Dead. It seems.
What?
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching live stream. See you next week. Bye. Well, actually, we'll see you in like a week and a half at this point. Oh, calm down, buddies. Bye.